I'm George.
And I'm Bob. We're the Shipping Goblins from Beetle and Grips. Today, we're going to talk about the amazing Map Vault Collection. And with the Map Vault Collection, you get a bunch of gorgeous two-sided maps, all scaled for standard minis.
Yeah, get yours now for the Map Vault Collection from Beetle and Grim, and all the players at your table will be revved up and hyper because the only thing they'll be able to say is...
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Zoinks!
Yeah, do it again.
Zoinks!
Hello?
Who do you think you are?
Yes, Mr. Lillard.
You're just some common.
Yes, sir.
You can't just go off and use my
It's your
voice like
thing.
that. I have rights.
Completely. We just thought...
Wait,
okay.
I'm gonna take this right to the
yes, sir.
Beetle. Hey, Grim.
Thank you, sir.
What happened?
Matthew Lillard watches our show!
Zoinks!
Double
We're just talking that we don't have beers, but that's okay. We don't have beer. We've got to make a few adjustments as well because I had it all prepped, and I can't change the camera. How's everyone doing? Welcome to what are we? Band of Badgers. There we go. There he is. Hello, welcome to. It's always a good start. I love doing this. Hello, welcome to
professional intro.
It is. One day, I've been doing this for 10 months. You'd think that one week I might actually get it right. No wonder everyone takes a piss out of Matt bloody Mercer doing it. Right. Hello. Take two. Hello, welcome to Band of Badgers. I'm Dave, if you didn't already know that. This is Rise of the Runelords by Paizo. But this is something a little bit different. This is what we like to call the Green Rune. If you've ever done a session 0, that's what this is. Apart from, we do a session 0 with every single chapter. Now we're about to go into chapter 6, which is the last chapter of Rise of the Runelords. We nearly made it. We're nearly there. But sadly, we lost a player. Not player, a character. I mean, yeah. that's what they're.
I was going to say, he's still alive in real life.
Yeah, he's still around, I'm sure. But joining us is the most fantastic Josh Maguire.
Yay!
Whoa!
And Bear, as you can see on the overlay.
That's artfully placed.
It is.
I like that.
That was even on purpose, Steve. That was not by accident. That was literally by design.
Wasn't the Bob Ross happy accident?
No. And sadly, we had a guest player booked in from Level Up Dice, who are based in Australia, but sadly had to cancel. Yes, I want a beer. So yeah, we're doing our Green Rune. So what we do in the Green Rune is basically we talk about the game, what has gone before, and we do it out of character. And then we can do bits in character if we wish to. So, if Yelena wants to talk to Tolkus, she can. But also at the same point, if Sharon would like to talk to Jeff, she can. And we can talk about anything from puzzles to treasure to what happened, and more importantly, what happened last session, because it was a big session. We had the sex talk,
I was going to say,
That's
I think the only thing that Yelena wants to talk to is the succubus. If you missed that episode, watch it. It's worth it.
It was good. We did get a lot of feedback on that one, actually.
As Baron Snowhand, sorry everyone. As Baron Snowhand said, it went from porn to pain.
Yeah. It was. We actually had one bit of feedback that said they found it strangely erotic.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I found it normally erotic. I don't know about strangely.
Strangely erotic. But hey, we're here. So this is what this session's about. So just be aware of that. We've also got a giveaway to do. We probably won't have a break. We'll probably just suddenly do a giveaway. We're going to be doing a Pathfinder PDF. It is a surprise giveaway. But I'll tell you what it is. That's what it is. And we'll probably be talking about 2 hours. We're going to have beer, we're going to have some drinks, we've got some crisps and chocolates. We've got all kinds of stuff. You'll also find out all the usual bits and pieces if you're a regular. The box below me, there's some discounts. Go check them out. Plus, if you're watching this on YouTube, check out the descriptions. Loads of discounts in there for you as well. If you would like to support us in return to make us make even more fantastic content, you can. We're on Twitch, so use your Twitch Prime subs. And also, we're on Patreon. Even if you want to spend a penny or spend a pound, you can do it on Patreon. And we could do that and make even more content. But what we do, primarily what we do, and we've done it since basically day one, is we support writers, artists, designers and creators. We come on here, people large and small from all over the world, and we can just have a chat and show off your products. The past 2 weeks, I've spoken to some fantastic people, and I just cannot wait to introduce them to you. We've got some really, really fun stuff coming. Yeah, loads of secrets. You can also find all of this content and so much more on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/BandofBadgers. So ring the bell, hit the button, tick everything that you need to tick, and Steve hopefully will put a YouTube thingy in the thingy, on the thingy in live chat.
Yes, as soon as I remember the correct commands.
There we go. So we'll have that going on.
And coming soon, the erotic playlist on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll have that going as well. And cheers. So what we'll do...
Just a little extra ad there.
What we'll do is... So we lost Rupp.
No, don't.
Rupp has been replaced by Silac and Bear. But cheers, Rupp. You will be missed, unfortunately.
Oh.
Right.
So
I'd normally tip the cup at this point, but I am sitting indoors, so that's not happening.
it's only your carpet, Steve.
Don't do that. It'll be a waste.
So, who wants to go first? It's an open channel, open talk. It's all over to you guys.
Well, Harrison found Rupp's coin, didn't he? So,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, so basically, let's quickly recap. We last saw you on the side of the mountain, where Harrison got really emotional.
Yelena was unconscious.
Yeah, Tolkus was cradling Yelena in his arms in the snow and kind of trying to feed her a healing potion. Elias and Portima were wrapped up in like a little woolly bag that Tolkus had put in.
Yeah, sorry, Steve, you're in our bag of holding with your head poking out.
And as you managed to escape the Runeforge, Rupp didn't make it. He didn't come through the portal with you all.
And
by
all
the
that was
time
left.
Elias comes round, he gets in contact with Professor Quint, and between them, they get everyone back to Sandpoint. And that's where we are. So, you can take it in turns, you can do it in character, you can talk about it. What would you like to do? And what we do is, we'll do this when everyone's ready. We'll set the scene for Chapter 6.
Well, I think we should all have a big drink for Rupp. To Rupp, the best little friend ever. No offense, Elias, but you know.
You find that in the, I'm assuming you're in the Rusty Dragon, everyone is there, and you find all the various companions that you've met along the way. Even Zamba's there. Silac has turned up as well. Portima, who's a little bit kind of frostbitten, has arrived. And all the
Professor
various...
Quink there?
Sorry, who?
Is Professor Quink there?
Professor's not
We know
there.
Rupp loved him.
Professor is not there because he doesn't hang around bars. But
Not these types of bars, anyway.
as you're all sitting inside the Rusty Dragon pub.
Yes, stir up. Drink.
Right.
Yeah. During my period of unconsciousness, what exactly did happen?
Lost Rob. This is enough. Elena, I cannot talk. You tell him.
It was Karzok. That's something Karzok did. When we got all the bits we needed, the statue came to life and chased us. He damaged the gate that we were heading through. I don't know what it was, but I picked Rupp up as we went through, and he just, I don't know. It just felt like I was covered in bees, and I think Karzog has him, and Karzog is gonna pay for this.
Here, here. Harrison
Yes.
raises his glass. So you collected the final pieces for the rune forge,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
materials.
Yeah.
Technically, you're awake for that bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you know
It wasn't till after we'd collected all the bits, put them in the cauldron, got magic weapons out.
Karzog decided to play gnome golf.
Yeah. As basically, remember there was the humongous statues of each of them in the room? Well, the one of Karzog came to life and it attacked us. And I did as much damage as I could. I felt like it was enough damage to have felled that white dragon that we fought before, but it was not enough. And I felt we could not win.
So it wasn't Karzog, but Karzog was inhabiting the statue.
Yeah, he knows about us, but then we already knew that, didn't we?
Did you hear any voices? Did he speak to us at all?
He did. He said stuff that Yelena totally remembers, but unfortunately Sharon doesn't.
He said something like, I can't believe I'm going to meet my end at your hands, you ragtag bunch of nobodies.
That's not what he
And then
said.
It was more the
Yes.
other way around, I think. Yeah.
That's not what he said.
He said that something along the lines of, we would not be able to defeat him, and it was a foolhardy endeavor, something along those lines. I must admit I was quite busy trying to rescue you and Portima.
So both
And
myself
Stella.
and Portman were knocked
And
out
Stella.
by a statue.
Yes.
Okay. And then this portal that you ran through, what did it look like?
Like the one we came through initially to get there.
Have you ever seen
reverse.
Stargate?
It was like Stargate, Steve.
Legally, not.
Basically, they've got a letter in the post, some sort of copyright strike and trademark claim.
And they said,
Yeah.
we want to revitalise the Stargate.
Yeah.
We're planning a role-playing game based on the franchise. Oh, cool.
And now they're a sponsor.
Daniel
Yeah,
Jackson,
it was,
everybody, come in.
It was like it was similar to a Stargate, but instead of being metal, I think it was stone, and that was the reason why it collapsed. Because when Karzog, the statue, hit part of it, it like knocked a bit of the corner off, and then it made it go wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, and then but that was after. Tolkus doesn't know that, but Jeff does.
No. Yeah. I think Yelena and Rupp did. I don't know if Harrison did as well.
Yeah, no, all we saw on the other side was the portal started to destabilise.
Mhm.
That was all we saw.
Yeah, I just legged it.
But
I did.
so
Harrison did.
You went through, I assume, with Portal and myself in the
Yeah.
bag.
Yes.
And then Yelena, Harrison, and Rupp were left behind. Then
Yes.
something happened to the portal.
No, Harrison
Right.
came through first.
Okay.
Then something happened to the portal.
Yeah.
Then Elena came through just as it collapsed, and she was unconscious.
No, sorry, I meant you went through the portal first to get to the
Yes,
mountain side.
with you and
Yeah.
Portima and
then
Stella.
Harrison, then Yelena, but Yelena was carrying Rupp at the time.
Yes, but they must have got separated in the portal thing.
Where on the mountain did the portal take us to?
Back to where we started,
Back
where
to
the statues with the keys were.
Okay. So there's proof there that the portals do not have a fixed end.
Yes.
So Rupp could still be alive somewhere out there.
Yeah.
He may have been sent to somewhere else.
Well, I have his coin. Maybe we could use that as a way to ping him or track on his location.
So, Josh, your IT is shut.
Yeah, IT-ness just leapt out there.
Just a quick thank you to UGM for following, and El Castro for following, and
Thank you.
Big Tough
Nice.
Pete for following. Cheers, Pete.
Cheers.
Cheers, Pete.
Yeah, Josh, I think we probably, if we want to find him, we're going to have to do a trace RT, mate, not a ping.
Okay, thank you, IT.
Unfortunately, I don't have that magic. Rupp was the one that had that magic.
Ah, we could probably find someone in town that might have that, but it's a long stretch. It's a long shot.
It would be more likely to find them in Magnemar, but even then, I don't know.
Thank you very much, Undead, for the resub. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Undead.
Thank you very much. I was just going to say...
Who is that bloke, anyway? I don't know.
We don't know. I'm just going to say to anyone who's just watching, this is what we call the Green Rune. This is not necessarily a game. This is kind of an out-of-character experience where the players get to talk about the plot lines and all the puzzles and things.
I'd have one of those.
This is not...
That's an out-of-body experience, sorry.
Yeah, and then we'll be setting the scene, because this is a session 0 for chapter 6. The final chapter.
Some of it will
just
be in
aware of
character.
that.
Yeah, we might slip into character every now and again, you know. So Tokus is... did you pull out the coin when you said that?
Yeah, I show it to everyone and just say this is what I have left of Rupp.
Yeah.
I found it.
Tokus says, can I take that, Harrison? I have an idea of something to do with it
Sure.
to commemorate Rupp.
I know you're very handy with a hammer, and yeah, do what you can do.
Thank you.
We can build something in memory of Rupp.
I take it.
He's Andy, Harry.
Oh, that's a good question, actually. Dave, how long are we going to have in Sandy Point?
You're only going to get about a day. Don't
Yeah,
forget
that's
so when Kurzog revealed himself in the statue form, he told you a location, and basically he is, from what you gathered from the letter, because you found some notes and things and clues, Kurzog is nearly here. He is returning to this world from wherever he is.
Yeah.
So you need to get up into the Marmassif Mountains and find the lost city of Zinshalast.
Yeah, he basically said to us, no, come get me.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. But in a scary voice.
So I would say that Elias, Zamba, and Professor Quint are probably, more than likely, trying to find any information that they can on this location.
Well,
As
if we've
soon
got
as
a
they're
day,
ready- yeah.
if we've got a day, then I'd like to spend part of that day making a pendant necklace out of the coin in a frame with it mounted in the middle so it can spin round.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to look into making that some sort of luck charm type thing out of game.
Okay.
I'll also want my. I say to Tolkus, my weapons seem to have lost their magic in the pool after my unfortunate skinny dipping incident.
That's the problem, you weren't skinny dipping.
Unfortunately, brother, this would take more than a day. We do not have time for this. I suggest that you talk to the local merchants and see if they have any magical weapons you can use. Oh, out again. Unless, because you dipped your swords into the thing, didn't you? And we still don't know what that did.
Ah, yeah, good point. Remember that, yeah.
Yeah, you dipped it into the... So, Steve, when we did the all the ingredients into the multicolored cauldron thing, we each dipped one of our weapons into it, believing that it's going to, because the enchantment type thing to hurt Kazel. Josh was the only one of us that put something in that's non-magical. So I don't know if you have any way of, Elias has any way of telling what dipping it into the thing did to our weapons.
Yep. I'll slip into arcane sight. What can
Just
I
slip
glean
into
about
something
what's
more comfortable.
happened? what can I glean about what's happened to the weapons?
It is, first off, here you go, Jeff, you get a PP coin.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh shit! It's turned into a guitar pick.
Well, there you go. It's magic.
That's magic.
Pick of destiny.
Yeah.
You don't like it? Not a lot. So you have not been able to read this type of magic. This is very old Thessalonian magic. It's going to take you a little bit of a while to unlock it and translate it. But if you take it back to professors, you can, at least study it while you're looking for another location, if you wish.
Well,
Harrison
if I
wishes
was
you to
awake
take
for
it.
that bit, the weapon that I would have dipped in was the +2 returning kukri,
I think they.
which is
I
about
think
the
they.
only weapon I have.
I think they dipped it for you.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think we specified that one, but we said whatever you use the most, we would dip in it. So.
Yeah.
Very rarely use a weapon, but that's about the only weapon you would find on me is the +2 returning kukri. And I think we got that off of it was the thing in the clock tower anyway. It's just Shalajini.
Yeah, the Lamia.
Yeah, the Lamia. Yeah. So yeah, it would have been that. So I'll just go along with. Did you dip both your non-magical swords in then, Josh?
Yes, I dipped them both in.
Right,
I double dipped.
Can I take one?
He did
Yes.
double dip.
And then I will see if I can, along with Quint and Sanders' help, work out what it does on the magical item and if the same effect can be seen on the non-magical weapon.
So with Rump was first into the silver liquid, took a bath in it, and then Harrison went in with him, took a bath in it. Now Harrison, all of your magical items are now normal items, apart from anything that does healing.
Yeah.
So your
So
healing
I've got-
potions are fine.
Yeah, so I lost. Well, basically, my short swords lost their ability. My leather armor lost its invisibility, and I lost my gauntlets and everything else. So basically, anything that was submerged in the liquid lost magic, or anything that was connected to me as I was in the water lost magic, because I had goggles of sight or night vision on, whatever they are. If they didn't touch the water, did they not lose magic?
I would imagine that you probably did the same thing as Rup did and stuck your face in it to see if you could see through the water.
Fair
This
enough.
is why I never miss a session.
So
Well,
I'm going to say that
I'll-
everything is
I'll
now
blame
normal.
OpenReach for that. There we go. So
You
so
say in chat, it wasn't like we did it. You said in chat
Yeah.
you did it.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't say, oh, Harrison just goes in there.
I was trying to pick a comedy moment,
Well,
But,
one of the
something-
things that we've had is when you got back, everyone was quiet. You didn't say a word when you arrived back in Sandpoint. You each kind of took a quiet moment to peel away from the group. Yelena, you found yourself being pulled towards the church where Rupp always used to go and help out and do different things. And although this isn't your comfortable place, you prefer to do any prayers out on the open water or at least on the beach. Going inside and having a roof above your head seems very out of place for you, but you find yourself sitting in one of the pews surrounded by a few people, not many, but being strangely comforted as you think about your time with Rupp and how you try to send a prayer to Rupp's deity. Which is a bit of a juxtaposition because Harrison, you also find solace in being around other people, but like Elena, you want to be around people but alone. And you find yourself in the Rusty Dragon at the bar. having more drinks than you can probably handle. And then later that afternoon, later that day, is when you're all together and doing a toast to Rub. And as I said, the word gets out to the various heroes and companions that have served with you since your time here. It's only been a few months since your arrival at Sandpoint. And you see or hear that Bear is outside, Psylocke comes in, and various other heroes have wanted to mourn along with you for the sadness of what Rupp brought to them.
So Tulkas would immediately stand up and go, Psylocke, how are you? Come have an ale with us.
Tulkas. And you see Psylocke walking towards the group, and you can tell that he definitely has you've never seen sort of this kind of look on Psylocke's face. I mean, he looks physically beat down, right? Like completely exhausted. And it's not like combat wise, like almost like emotional wise, which is very different for Psylocke, right? Bear's kind of got his head sort of hung. Psylocke's looking down at the ground, small glances up at the group kind of as he walks over. Everything just looks completely unkempt. I mean, he is physically exhausted. So as I walk up to the group, so I don't see Rupp, and I've heard the news that something may have gone wrong, and that's why I came back. And it seems my fears are true.
Yes, my friend, he has fallen. I'm going to go deep in it. Yes, my friend, he has fallen. Oh, he's, yes, we have lost Rupp. Don't know what we do.
He was a good
Go
friend.
after him. You're all assuming he's dead.
I'm not assuming he's dead.
No, I said lost. I didn't say dead. I said we've lost him. He's lost. But he could have appeared in, like, inside a mountain or under the sea. Under the sea.
We're still going to do a musical episode.
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to happen. Disney will copyright us.
I guess from Psylocke's perspective, I mean, all that he would know is that the word has come that something detrimental has happened to the group. So I guess from Psylocke's perspective, he wouldn't know one way or the other if Rupp was dead or gone or missing or lost, whatever, right? He just knows that the group has been disrupted and something detrimental has happened.
And Sharon's out of gin.
Damn it, you heard. Fuck.
Yeah.
I tried to be quiet.
Yes, you're absolutely right, I think.
Yeah, and then I would say, out of character, just kind of a little background, right, on Psylocke. So the last time the group had seen Psylocke and Bear was after the big battle. And then McMortigan.
Malkmurian, yeah.
Malkmurian. I was referencing, what's that? Willow. McMortigan. Yeah, so that'd be the last time that Psylocke would have seen the group, and he basically went on the hunt after, just tracking as good as he possibly can, and that's why he's just physically exhausted. I mean, it's just been a period of time. I assume it would be weeks, right? I'm not sure exactly what the period of time there was between that and now this reunite, but we'll just say weeks. Basically, he's been hunting relentlessly to find him, so he could basically justify and rectify the death of his brother Sigurd. Because again, little lore background: Psylocke is Harsk's twin brother and brother to Sigurd, who was killed by the Stone Giants in a raid. So after he's out on this hunt, he basically gets word, we'll say, that there's been some type of detriment to the group, and it's sort of a defining moment in, I would say, Silik's character, where he's been a loner for probably 20-25 years after the death of Sigurd, much like Harsk, but he has no relationship at this point with Harsk because he's so pissed at him for not being there at the battle, and Sigurd falling because he wasn't there to support him. And it's one of these moments where Silik had to make the decision of, and he's right on the tail at this point. He's like a day out, right? He's getting closer and closer and closer as he's hunt prey and tracking. And he has to sort of make a decision of, do I continue forward and make the kill, or do I turn and go back to support my friends, right? Which at this point he's starting to feel that like this group is like his group of friends, right? His group of companions. And he ultimately made the decision to do that, right? To like leave the hunt and leave the kill and go and try to figure out what has gone wrong with this group. So that's like sort of part of why he's looking so like emotionally distraught, because even for himself, he's still kind of like, what am I doing? Like, I could have justified like, the killer of my brother, but I've chosen to sort of go and help this group, right? Or at least be with this group in some way. So that's just kind of like a little background on why Silik is so sort of emotionally distraught. And I don't think Bear really mine's one way or the other, right? But
no, but he's probably sensing in you, and that's making him down, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, definitely Bear is sensing sort of like something's wrong. But outside of that, it's that's a good way to put it, right? Like Bear sort of through my emotions kind of sensing that, and it's probably why Bear's kind of down.
Yeah, so makes sense. Anyway, back to what Elias is saying. No, we do not know that Rob is dead, but for the time being lost is effectively the same. We hopefully may be able to find him at some point. If you think there's hope, Elias.
The difference in between being lost and knowing for sure that he's passed is in the way that we prepare forwards. The way that I wish to prepare forwards is we plot our revenge. We know where we have to go. We should be preparing ourselves to go there as quickly as possible, in the assumption that Rupp was somehow taken by Karzok. Zinsalas, and he's now some sort of hostage.
I like this thinking.
Moping and drinking is not advancing that cause. Harrison, you're acting like Rupp's dead.
I disagree with your statement.
Come on.
Harrison, go sleep it off.
Channeling Jack Sparrow there.
Yelena, are we in a throuple or not? Tell me the truth.
Yelena just punches you. Just full on smacks you in the face and turns away.
Harrison's out cold.
Bounces off the bar onto the floor.
Yes, I think you are right, Elias. We need to prepare for what is coming, and maybe Harrison could sleep this off. If we leave in the morning, say, the next day.
Well, we don't know yet where Zinsalas is. We know it's a lost city, and it's in the mountains, the highest peak. We found that out from the books that were in the Marines library. So we need to find the place, and we need to prepare ourselves for what we're going to see when we get there. Was there any indication in Karzog's message where in Zinsalas he's going to be?
I'm just going to slip this in quickly. You're aiming for a research montage, aren't you? just like in the movies.
It's like Rocky.
Research montage.
Yeah. It's
Rocky. He's not here
meets...
anymore, so he's not going to convince me that wandering in the forest aimlessly is the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan. It's a default plan.
It does work though.
The plan is revenge right now.
Revenge.
What you want is the Rocky training moment
Yeah, but for brains instead of brawn.
But in a library.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not
we're
as
totally going to
exciting.
kick ass. There needs to be the brawn moment as well. I mean,
The brawn moment is when Elias picks up a book that's bigger than he is. Like, flips it open, like, look, a bookmark.
I think that if we were to fight him, we would have a better chance. I think the stone statue had some sort of magical thing on it where it would not show damage, sort of thing. Because I hit it so hard. I'm pretty sure that the red dragon would have dropped dead in one hit.
The only red... Oh, no, wait, we have seen a red dragon.
Yeah. I did over 200 points in one go.
Yeah, it was obscene. So it did start falling apart when it came out of the room, so I don't know if it was just something...
I did not know that.
In that room. Well, that's because you left.
Well,
with good reason.
Yeah, I was babysitting, no offense, Elias. Or Portima. Or Stella,
Elias,
for that matter.
You had all of them.
I'll hold him down if you want to punch him.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I would not be knocked out like Harrison.
Yelena gets aggressive when she's been drinking. Look at that.
Yeah.
No, she's aggressive because she's pissed off because she kind of feels like it's a bit her fault. She could have done more. And
Yelena, do not blame yourself. It is not your fault.
It's been a while.
I should have thrown the Elias and Portimore and Stella through the portal and then turned around and... I'm sorry. I failed you all. I failed Rob.
We've only failed her up if we don't take down Karzuk.
Indeed. So we take the guilt.
How are we going to do that?
We take the reprisals, we take the anger, and we turn it into positive energy.
Silik, you want in?
So Silik doesn't respond at first.
Okay.
And the reason is because Silik right now, based on what was just kind of said, is now contemplating everything.
It's making him think about everything.
Right? Because it's like, he hears Elias say, the only way that we get, we've got to get our revenge. We got to plot our revenge. We either got to get Rupp or we got to avenge Rupp. And now he's sort of, in his mind, sort of going back and forth, well then, should I have stayed on the hunt, to bring justice to my brother's killing, or did I make the right decision to come here? And he's sort of just torn, right? So at first Silik's not gonna respond. He's basically just staring off into space right now.
Get his attention, Yelena.
What do you want me to do? Wiggle my boobs name?
What? God, that succubus had an effect on you, didn't she?
I think all pretense of niceties right now, she's just not in that headspace. She just can't be fucked.
Okay, well, Tulkus reaches over and puts his hand on Silik's shoulder and says, Silik, we could do with your help if you are prepared to join us.
And I'll slowly, kind of snap out of it and look sort of up and around to Tulkus. Yes, of course. Bear and I will be at your service. It'd be nice to be part of a group for a little while.
You are always welcome in our group.
Yeah, me and Bear are always welcome. More the merrier.
Thank you, my friends.
Everything.
Sorry, go ahead, Steve.
Everything bad that has happened since we first met can all be traced back to Karzuk trying to return. The giants, the goblin attack, the ogres, everything that has happened has been somebody trying to put in place a plan to buy people's greed in order to gain enough power to return Karzuk from whatever limbo his spirit has been sat within for the past several millennia, 10,000 years since the fall of the Thessalonian Empire. It's simple. we take all of this energy, everything that's been wronged, everything that has gone wrong, the people that have been hurt, the Sandpoint being nearly destroyed, everything that's happened to us personally, you know, Harrison's brother, his ancestral home being burnt to the ground, Rupp, Sarlacc, your brother, that can all be traced back to plans and machinations that have been put into place to free Karzog. It's simple. We need to focus our energies on stopping that plan, either by destroying Karzog forever or destroying whatever means, whatever parties will use to try and free him finally.
Sounds like the start of a plan.
Sounds good to me. If I get to help all of you and achieve my goals as well, all the better. What do you think, Bear? I'll just kind of nudge Bear.
Bear just puts one paw onto Harrison's head. He's kind of knocking it backwards and forwards and playing with it like a ball.
Yeah. Well, is the glove on Harrison's head?
It's snapping on it.
Yeah, it is on it.
Oh dear.
It's pretty good. How
Never
big
live
is
that one
the?
down.
Yeah, no, you won't. How big is the? You mentioned there was a coin you got from. Was it a coin? You got
Yeah, it's
from Rupp?
Rupp's gold coin. I think it's the size of a standard gold coin. I think. Is that right, guys? Anyone remember?
I think so.
I mean, it kind of.
It's a coin, and it glows when he wants to. When he wants to use it.
I mean, it always looked bigger to us when he was holding it because he's small. You know, so it's like he holds it in his hand and it looks like a giant gold coin, but to us it's like a normal one, I think. But yeah.
Okay. And I assume Silik would have Silik would have seen that Tulkas has.
I'm still Tolkus is still twiddling it in his fingers, thinking about how he's going to fashion it into a luck charm.
All right. Tulkas, what do you is that Rupp's coin?
Yes, this is Rupp's coin. His luck coin. Have a look.
This is very interesting. What were you thinking about doing with this?
I was going to turn it into a luck charm necklace. Something that is easy to deconstruct if we do find him at any time, to give it back to him. But something that would not be easily lost, like keeping it in a pocket or, you know. Just think out of game. Just think the time turner from Harry Potter. So I was going to mount it in a little, like mounting and attach it at the top and the bottom so it can spin.
Yeah. And I guess Silik would still be in a pretty, we'll just say negative kind of mindset. So even if you don't find him, then it would be something to remember him by.
Yes.
A token.
Yes.
A token of remembrance. It is it's honorable of you to do this. I myself am also a master craftsman, and I'd be willing to also lend a hand to do whatever you would need to accomplish if you'd like to help.
Yes, that would be good because we have a limited time. We obviously want to get going quite quickly. So yes, an extra pair of hands will mean we can get it done twice as quick.
And Silik could look down at his own wayfinder hanging from his belt and just make a reference of, you could even possibly fashion this into a wayfinder. Maybe the top of the wayfinder spins, as you were saying, per your mounting. I don't know, just an idea. And he hands the coin. He hands the coin back.
I get in vibes of Captain Jack Sparrow's compass.
Yeah.
If we could turn it into some sort of compass that always points, because it's lucky, you know, it always points to what your heart desires.
Always points to Rupp.
Maybe that's a good idea.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have like a wayfinder, and when the top pops up before the stone comes out, that little thing like spin.
Cool.
Because you could hang the wayfinder from your belt or around your neck. I mean, you're pretty big character, so I mean, you could hang a wayfinder right around your neck like a.
Oh, well, I was going to I was going to give the pendant to Yelena because she was the last person with Rup. So, you know.
Well, that's sweet.
Yeah. I let you down, Rup. I let you down.
So how are we gonna beat Karzok? We've got these weapons. We don't know what they do yet. We don't know if they hurt him, or maybe they just allow us to hurt him using our own energies. I don't know. So I think. What else do we need? We've lost our healer.
Out of game, didn't we hit? We hit the stone thing with the magical weapons, or at least the weapons with the charged thing, and it didn't seem to be doing much to him. So, but that was the stone creature rather than actually Karzok. Yeah.
When we go there, we'll have to be careful. I mean, his illusion magic is his thing, so we're not going to be able to trust anything we see. We maybe need, like, I don't know, code word that only we know, in case he tries to imitate us.
Yes. And we need to fill the gap. Yeah, we have no healer now.
I can heal.
Okay.
It might not be quite as good as Rock, but I can heal.
So we think we have that covered. We don't need to go on a shopping trip for potions or anything.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, probably a good idea actually.
Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, out of game, Sharon. You don't have like. Do you have like healing, like straight up like healing bombs and like big group healing kind of abilities?
I can do some group heals. I heal. Depends how many actions you use to cast it, to how big it is. So one action is just a one person, then two actions it's a bit bigger, and three actions it's an area effect. But I don't know that I will add as much as Rup. So it might not be quite as effective. But I have freed up a lot of slots for healing.
Is anybody combat medics? Does anybody have that free combat medic?
You are, aren't you, Steve?
Yeah, I'm a combat medic.
Okay.
I mean, healing potions aren't going to hurt.
Or, you know, what other things? I mean, our normal avenue of attack is buffing Jeff to the point of, you know, hasting extra size for more damage.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a tactic we're going to employ, or do we do a different tactic?
Can you beef up that giant increasing spell thing so it's even bigger? I'm imagining like a 25-foot tall Tulkas.
I don't know actually.
Or something like that. Or a 25-foot tall bear.
Yeah, or both.
Wow.
We can like double team.
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling like with the composition we have now, we've got to run tanks, right? Like, Bear's pretty beefy, like at this point. So he's a savage, mature beast. So I mean, he's pretty brutal. So we could tank with Tulkas and Bear, right? And then just keep buffing Tulkas and Bear. That would be a pretty strong combo, while we kind of could stay back and hit ranged.
Yeah, it's just. Oh, yeah, I guess if he has any sort of like resistances to
you just read the same thing as me,
weapons.
Steve, didn't you?
I could cast it at 6th level and do 10 people to huge size.
Oh, there you go. And huge. That's
huge.
Because it's normal. It's large, isn't it?
Yeah, you're fighting it to 4th. It's huge.
What's huge, though? Sorry.
+4 damage, and reach increases to 10 feet.
Oh, nice. How much bigger do you get? How many times your normal size is it? 2 or 3? Sorry, because I think large is 2, isn't it?
Large is twice. Yeah, huge.
Yeah,
so 3 times.
Huge will be 3. Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah, I mean,
and
Bear's
at 6th level. Sorry,
yeah,
at 6th level you can do it to 10 willing creatures, so I could do the party.
You basically you all become giants.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Bear's already a large creature.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me he'd go up by 2 sizes?
No, he would just go to huge. It takes you to huge, regardless of if you
Oh
start
my
out
God.
tiny, you get
Yeah,
to,
that's
if you
that's
start out
proper giant size
medium, you go to
because
huge.
Tulkas would be 19 foot 2 inches.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
This feels
Yeah,
like
that-
Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it kaiju's and it or something?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No matter what, we have to do this. Like a giant Tulkas and bear would just be an epic battle.
Well, considering we had the kaiju battle on the mountain where it already started, so you had Elias turn into a dragon fighting an ancient white dragon, and Rup, mechanized himself into Mech Rup and was fighting alongside the red dragon Elias.
Say his
Blue
name
dragon,
with
I suppose it
pride.
was.
Yeah, that's cool.
As to how we're going to kill Kazog, well, I'm going to shove my axe down his throat, but I hope he leaves enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it down his throat and break his goddamn spine!
Just leave some room for
And
it.
Tulkas thumps the table so hard that the table actually cracks and goes in the middle.
That actually wakes Harrison up.
Yeah. And this actually peps Silik up a little bit. Silik looks up and's like, all right.
Yeah, Amiko shouts out from the bar, Tulkas, you said you wouldn't do that again.
Sorry, amigo. I pay for it. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
I quickly go and talk to her. Actually, see how she's doing while these guys discuss more, and I give her some money for the broken table.
Well,
Silik will actually start to try to repair it.
Thank you, Tulkas. Thank you.
So what other buffs have we got, damage wise? It's in large and haste. I'm not sure I've got.
Yeah, haste is a good one as well, isn't it? 'Cause that gives you an extra action.
I can haste.
So we'll all be giant. We'll all have 4 actions.
Now, if I heighten it to 7th level, then I can target 6 creatures.
I'm gonna have to rewrite
awesome.
Kazog. Right, okay, let's rip out that
This
page.
is why he runs the Green Rune ahead of time, so he finds out what we're planning.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, don't make him too hard though. Make him hard, but not too hard.
Yeah. Yeah, let's not get too out of control.
Or don't. Yeah, you could always not beef him up and just throw extra giants in or something. Just a thought.
There may well be. You never know.
Duplicating Kazok into like 6 of him.
No, shut up.
Don't give him any ideas.
Yeah, you're unconscious. Be quiet.
Yeah.
Duplicating.
The biggest threat is going to be his ability to cast magic.
Yeah.
So we can. It's good that we've got 2 tanks rather than just focusing everything on you.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, the threat of him casting magic and taking you off the field of battle.
Yeah, or worse, turning me round.
Yeah. Is a bit scary. So, has anyone got counterspell?
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
No. No, and we're gonna have to be careful with my traps as well, because I'll be laying those traps down when we get into those big battles, because those do, like, at this point, those traps can do like significant damage.
Cool.
Like handfuls of D12s.
I like the
A
sound
man
of
after
this.
my own heart.
Yeah, like handsfuls of D12s. So it's they're pretty powerful. So we're gonna have to be careful with that, right? That, like, depending on where I lay those, we're gonna have to be pretty strategic that one of us don't end up inside of one of those, because that could be a game changer for the fight. Yeah, we're giving
Unless someone's got a way of marking them in such a way that only we can see them or something, like some sort of magical marker, so the enemy can't see them, but we can see where they are. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, some of my traps are like that, but most of the big heavy hitters are just like, they're just on the ground, with big spikes and saw blades basically sticking out of them.
I'm imagining like a massive ball pendulum thing that just appears out of nowhere and just goes.
Like, you know, it's just a meat grinder, like.
Yeah.
These
I basically
buzzsaws.
throw out this. I throw out a little cube that's about this big and in the air, just like.
Yeah.
And lands on the ground, and it's 5x5 with a bunch of saw blades. Yeah.
So there's a tactic there, isn't there? You know, we tank out with Tolkus and Bear. They distract Karzog. You maybe wander around invisible. We plot a path where you drop your traps. Then them two retreat, seemingly to run away, get Karzog to follow, and then trying to get him to walk through the traps that you've put down.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and that's definitely a strategy without like me, because I can do, I can set prep traps for one action now. It only takes me one action to set
That's crazy.
Instead of 3 if it's already prepped, right? And they're powerful, so they're equivalent to my DC class check to break. So it's like if they hit them, they're gonna hit them. Pretty damn good chance. So it's I mean that would be a pretty sick strategy if we could figure out how to use my actions to do those things, and if we could somehow get enemies positioned where they don't have a lot of movement by use of like kiting with the tanks, right? That could be pretty powerful, right? Like if they have to go through a path of these things, I mean that could be like game over.
Yelena, you've got a spell that grounds people, don't you? Or was that Rup? Earthbind.
I can do. Yeah, I don't have it right now, but I can have it prepared.
So that might be good in case he can fly. Yeah, that would stop him from flying over the traps and get him to walk. So we need to keep him on the ground. We need to try and disrupt his magic, and we need to try and control the battlefield, do that extra damage using the terrain, and then just all lay into him, I guess, once we've got him cornered, surrounded.
As best we can. I mean, I can try and pin him down as well.
And is everybody pretty mobile? Because I don't know what I don't know. Who knows what the... I only assume us all like war rooming this right at this table in this tavern, but it's like I assume
we've got miniatures that would.
I think we've moved table, haven't we?
Yeah. Tolkus has set up like an at-scale miniature.
Yeah, I can quickly knock something up. Except between us, we could probably knock up a scale model.
Yeah. I didn't have time to paint it.
They've been whittling for the whole
scale
campaign. Tolkus has been whittling different things.
Yeah.
So we know it's like he's got these pieces now.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like that scene from oh shit, what's that movie? Land of the Lost? Is that what it's called? With Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, yeah.
Yeah, when he's like, well, this morning I whipped up this at scale model.
Yeah.
of the environment. Yeah. Yeah, it's that. That's basically the scene of what we're doing right now. I would assume that we don't know what the terrain's gonna be like, right? But is everybody pretty mobile, or is anybody like, no, if there's like rough terrain? Because Silik, it doesn't matter what the terrain is. I'm hopping around no matter what.
I've got a feat, I believe, that means that I think it's sure-footed or something.
Steady balance.
Okay.
Or steady balance, which I think lets me get away with being fairly steady on my feet.
Okay. Yeah, and that's going to be important
because not terrain specific, but
because if the tanks go down in any way, right, then we might be in trouble.
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
There's a couple things I can do if the tanks go down, but it's like one move, right? I'm a Titan wrestler, so
yeah, I've got that one.
Yeah, so Silik can shove and grapple some pretty big stuff. So but that's only like one thing, right? And then we'd have to figure out.
I also have another suggestion, and it's a group decision on whether we do this or not. I have a spell that will pool our health and allow me to distribute it as I see fit. So effectively,
Is that what? Wait a minute. Is that spell? Is that spell called All is One?
or one is all.
Or One
yeah.
is All? Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got that as well.
Right. So we can
Wow.
take the tanks and us, who are less tanky, and distribute hit points evenly, and then the damage is shared evenly. We effectively become linked for the duration of the spell. But as I say, that is a decision for everybody to take.
Is it something that you can do after you've already started being damaged?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a 3-action spell, so it would take 1 round to cast.
Because I'm thinking
do
that
it behind against someone's will.
feel like that's a very leading question.
Well, Tolkis is dying on the floor, and
Yeah.
everyone goes, right, Elena, cast the spell, and you share your life force to
Yeah.
keep Tolkis from dying.
It says willing, living allies.
Yeah, I think as long as we agreed beforehand that if things really got bad, then we would do that to even everything out, sort of thing. Then that would be okay, wouldn't it? Because we'll all have pre-agreed.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
I've also figured out a way that we can, if there is a break, if we've got more than one battle, we can sort of have a long rest without having one. But Elias, that's not going to help with spells. It's just going to get hit points back.
Okay.
So it might not be so helpful to us.
And Jeff, you've got a shock rune, right?
Yeah, my great axe has frost and a shock. Yeah, shock being lightning.
I can't remember if you crit on the shock rune, or if you crit. Is that do any stunning?
I can't remember.
I can't remember. I've got a shock rune too. Because if I crit on my hammer, on my maul axe, if I crit on the maul side, I can knock them prone. Like if I chuck it, right?
Oh no! What it does is, if you crit, you can affect up to 2 other targets within 10 feet. So you do 1d6 damage to the person you've hit, and then 1d6 damage to each of 2 other creatures that were within 10 feet of it.
It's chain. Okay.
So it basically makes it. Is it electric arc that spell's called or something?
Mm-hmm.
It basically turns it into that on a crit.
Okay.
What is the? Does frost do?
Yeah, any stunning or prone type stuff would be really good. Are you guys playing with I can't remember. I don't know if this ever happened on a stream I've been on. Are you playing with flanking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, isn't it, Dave? Don't we get advantage if you flank or something like that?
It's a circumstance bonus.
Okay. That may be where I think, as Bear and Tulkas are holding aggro, that may be Josh. You could slide in for a flanking, flanking jab or flanking.
I can do
attack.
stabby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stabby.
I don't know how that works. I don't know if you moved in and moved out, if there's already 2 targets on the enemy holding aggro, I don't know if they would get an opportunity attack against you or not. I don't know.
I think so. I'm not sure it's affected by the amount of people that you're fighting. I think it's the action that triggers it.
Okay.
To manipulate or move out of threat range.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say once again, Marissa is in the audience. Hi, Marissa.
Hey, Marissa.
Hi, Marissa.
Hey there.
Whether you know or don't know, we're saying farewell to Rup. So. Another shot goes up in the air.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Damn it. Now we've got to time travel into the future to tell his niece, isn't it, or something?
We'll just live long enough.
Yeah.
Let's do the living long enough instead.
Yeah.
No, back to Rupp. I forgot we were live.
I can take power word stun, but I'm not sure it's going to have any real impact on him. I think he's going to be above the level where it has a real value. It would give him a stunned 1 status for like 1 round, which means he gets 1 less action. I'm not sure it's worth the 8th level spell.
I can try that with slow, and it's a bit lower level.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was to crit with my axe, because of the frost rune on it, he would, if it's critical, he'd be slowed 1 unless he makes a fortitude saving throw of 24. But I'm guessing that he's going to be quite high level and he's going to easily make a 24. He's probably got 24 as his bonus.
Mm.
Can still roll a 1.
Yeah, could still roll a 1. Yeah,
Can still roll a 1.
but that would be quite handy if that did happen. At least he would be slowed.
I'm going to use my good dice.
You have
so
good dice.
So I don't roll a 1.
That is the kiss of death. You are definitely rolling a 1 now.
Yeah.
Let me try. Let me try my Jasper's dice.
Don't do it.
Let's try those. No, I've got medium there. Medium. So.
Right. So the tactic seems to have been agreed then that we go for to Bear and Tolkus as the tanks, Silek invisible, and I can make you completely undetectable. Not just invisible, but completely undetectable, even to true sight. Move around, lay your traps down, and then we try and get him in the kill box, so to speak.
Yeah.
So Yelena and I will focus on buffing and debuffing. Harrison, where do you see yourself?
Sort of lurking from the sidelines and waiting for my moment to strike. Because I'm not going to be very good at head-on frontal combat, I don't think. Because depending on how well my magical weapons, or get back my magical stuff, but I will be in the combat, but I won't be like doing the tanking. I'll just be aiding.
Okay, so how do we up your damage and give you the ability to move into combat and out of combat so you're safe?
That's what we need. We need him on DPS.
Yeah, I mean, is there a way that I could be invisible and attack? But I think obviously when I attack, I lose invisibility. So,
have you got any feats that allow you to move in and then away again without invoking the sack of opportunity?
No, don't think so. Let me have a look.
There is one, isn't there? But I can't remember what it's called.
Let me check. Check my stat block.
Stat block.
Because I'm a fighter that has some stealthy things. Yeah. I've got agile grace. No, no. I don't have any. I just got really good reflex saves.
You might need.
Yeah, I know I might need them, but I don't have any ways to kind of get in and out without invoking attack of opportunity. So
the problem is when you get there, you're staying there then, which means you're then the third tank, or can be attacked.
Yeah, if we're talking City of Heroes style, he'd be the scrapper, and me and Bear will be the tanks.
I mean, unless he just wants to take the chance of being able to just take the opportunity attack, and the opportunity attack misses because his, whatever his check is so high that there's a better chance that he's going to escape it.
Okay, so then we buff your armor class, or I'm assuming your sword attacks are going to do the most damage, are they?
Yeah.
'Cause you get sneak attack damage as well if you can flank opposite Tulkas.
Yep. And I can use my double slice, which obviously I can do 2 rolls, and I don't lose any disadvantage on the second attack, so I can effectively, get 2 attacks at the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it might be worth if we do in the haste, then it might be worth hasting you and Tulkas, but not Bear. But we'll enlarge Bear and try and somehow get your armor class up, and then try and get you magical weapons.
Yeah, and it's almost like just keep going in and pull, going in and then given the opportunity attack and just keep doing it over and over until you get hit, right? And then once you get hit, then you stay. Maybe get lucky and get a few rounds where you're able to go in and get out and go in and get out, and then.
Yeah.
Assuming he hasn't got like 2 pairs of arms or something, it might be possible for you to just stay somewhere where he can't hit you, like rear behind him.
The thing with moving away is that if you're outside of his reach or outside of his area of threat, then he can't attack you without
Directly on his go.
And if he has to move, then that's using one of his actions, isn't it? Got to try and limit the number of actions he's taking.
As he's a spellcaster, though, is he going to find a way to stay away from us rather than just fly? He could be up in a window 3 stories up, flinging fireballs at us.
He could be, yeah.
Stop giving Dave ideas.
Yeah, Dave's just sitting here thinking, this all sounds
I
good.
hadn't thought of that.
This all sounds great, but have fun.
It's like you find out the book, and then you get to the last chapter, and it says, "Do whatever you want to do."
Have a session where the players just talk about what they think might happen. Do that.
Introduce an
Get
item
all your
called
ideas.
The Green Rune. Do a session 0. Find out what their biggest fears are.
Right, so do we go and get some potions? I'll go and take the weapons to Samba and Professor Quink, find out where exactly we're supposed to be going, and then we rest up for the night, recover everything.
Yeah, me and Silek fashion the pendant.
Yeah.
And I'll look up what that will do out of game, and I'll talk to you, Dave.
That's fine. So for the next few hours, Elias returns to the professor's home and helps Zamba and the professor try to work out what magical effect has been added onto these weapons, as well as trying to find out where the lost city might actually be located. Tolkis and Psylocke move into the blacksmith's area. He quite happily opens the doors to you and assists as much as he can as the two of you master craftsmen, taking in turns to create a very slender, very delicate looking, but incredibly powerful necklace.
I'm actually legendary crafting now.
Okay.
Oh.
Legendary.
So the blacksmith is just standing there going, watching everything you're doing, trying to take notes.
Teaching him.
Yeah. Man, wow.
I actually summon a magical blacksmith's hammer into my hand.
Elaine and Harrison, what would you wish to do in your last hours?
Are they dying?
Probably. in the next few episodes. We're going potion buying, aren't we? So
Oh yeah,
let's go potion buy. Although I'm not sure how. If we're going to Magmar, I don't know how we're going to get there and back, because I don't have a new method of teleportation. Elias is staying put. I think Rupp must have done it last time. No, he can't have.
No, I came with you.
Oh, did you?
But I just stayed in Harrison's mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any merchants in Sandpoint at the moment that might sell healing products?
Good healing potions.
Yeah, there'll be a few.
Okay.
Depends what you need. You're not going to be able to do wholesale. So be careful of what you wish for.
I'm trying to find what I want. Please continue talking.
Both of you and Elias are looking at the shopping list at the moment.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
Shopping list, shopping list. Everybody loves to go shopping.
Silik will just spend the rest of his downtime, basically crafting, snares and traps. After he's done helping with, the crafting of this legendary new trinket.
We'll say that during the downtime you are fully stocked in whatever you need.
I was just thinking as well, because there's me and Silik who are wicked good at crafting, we might be able to reinvigorate Harrison's armor, at least. I don't think we're going to have anywhere near the time to do everything that he owned, but we might be able to
do his weapons, not his armor.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, well, we might be able to redo his swords because
I wouldn't mind it becoming +1 again, because obviously I think I lost those. So
yeah, so we'll attempt to make them back to what they were.
Okay.
Re-etch the runes.
It means getting the swords back from Elias.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Well, I took one.
Okay.
So there's one that they can work on.
Yeah, we'll work on one then. That's even more probably good for time, as it were.
What would you like to do to it?
I would like to. What was it before, Josh?
So it was a +1. I'm trying to remember now. Let me go back to one of my old sheets.
One sheet.
So one of them was a striking wounding short sword, so I get an extra bleed damage. So ideally I would like that one, because the other one was a striking shifting short sword, which I didn't really use the shifting to make a bit of a blunt. But
did you not think that maybe something that's more likely to have an effect on all types of creatures might be better than wounding?
That is a good suggestion.
It's only because we have fought a lot of things that are like stone or metal or whatever,
Yeah. Since I hadn't had chance to change that weapon into something, I just kind of rolled with it.
I tell you what, Tolkien is going to take it, and he's going to think, I think you quite like something like I have. So he's going to attempt to make it a +2 striking shock sword, right, which is lightning, electricity. Okay. And I think if you allow us to slightly bend the rules, because there's two of us, and I'm a legendary crafter, I'm pretty sure we could do that in one night.
Yeah, because I've got legendary crafting, specialized in artesian. So anything with that trinket you're making, like, we can max that thing out.
Yeah, and I specialised in I think it's the armour weapon one, which I can't remember the name of, and it doesn't display it on your sheet, unfortunately.
I have magic crafting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, between the two of us, we should be able to make some pretty badass shit.
Yeah. So we'll attempt to knock that one sword up to a +2 striking of shock. After we've done the pendant, which shouldn't take too long because it's just a pendant.
So Tolkien and Silik, what would you like it to look like?
I don't know. Do you reckon almost like a lightning bolt or something? Josh?
The actual sword?
Yeah.
What would you like the sword
have the sword
to look like? Yeah.
The sword to look like a lightning bolt?
Or, it looks like a lightning bolt, a bit like, I don't know if you could see that, but in a short sword format. We make the bit down the middle that I can't remember the goddamn name of, and that's really embarrassing because I'm really into swords. Oh, bollocks. you know, the groove down the middle of the blade.
Yeah.
We actually shaped that to be like jaggedy, to look like a lightning bolt
Ooh,
strike.
that would look cool.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, you dip dye it blue.
Look, we've only got a bloody night to make it. You ain't getting no flipping Damascus.
But bling it out with some LEDs. Here we go.
Yeah.
Glow in the dark.
It's going to be a
paint.
lightsaber before
Yeah.
the
I'll
end of the year.
I'll tell you what, we'll wrap the handle in blue leather. So the handle of it is blue leather. And there's the jaggedy shape up the blade.
Yeah. Silik will use his artesian abilities to like.
Yeah.
craft
You're
this thing.
specialising on the handle.
Yeah, it'll be like a piece of artwork when it comes back.
It's got like a gold pommel and everything with like, in fact, that's brilliant. The runes are actually, some of the runes are on the pommel, on the handle, the base.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Torkus and Silik, what would you like to name this weapon?
Ooh.
Oh, how about we call it the Shocker? Hopefully everybody got that reference.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah. That's not a bad name though, is it? The Shocker.
Yeah, we could roll with
Shocker.
that. The shocker.
Okay, Harrison, you've got all those details down now?
Why
Yeah.
don't you call it the Harrison Tingle?
How does that sound dirtier than the Shocker?
Yeah.
So shall I give that to myself now, the shocker?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
don't.
Yes, you should give yourself the shocker.
Just got to make sure it works.
Yeah.
He just puts a sword on his arm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a flesh wound.
Oh,
gonna
and then just for a laugh, Tulkus and Silik tell him that to activate the electricity, you have to hold it to the sky and say, "I have the power."
Yeah, just as a little fun.
So it's +2 striking
Yeah, with shock.
with shock.
Code
Somebody
word.
returned the coin.
So it should be something like 3 of its normal damage dice, I think.
Is it greater shock or standard shock?
No standard, because
Okay.
there's no way we got time to do greater.
All right. Okay.
You can say thank you to Dave for letting us get away with doing that in one night, anyway.
Thank you.
That's right.
Yeah, it should be something like 3 times the normal damage dice, +2 to hit, and 1d6 damage for shock, or something like that. Just do it in the in the app.
Yep. That's fine. That's on its way.
So have we engraved in like the side of the blade the shocker?
Yeah,
If you want to,
definitely.
you can do that. Yeah.
It says along the bottom of the guard, just on the bottom of the blade.
Well, you need one of those made in Sandpoint things as well in there as well, what they have in items.
Yeah. Both Tulkus and Silik have signed it.
Yeah. Right.
Our initials are on there. Yeah, with love, the shocker. LOL. That's like hidden on the bottom,
Baron has now clipped it. Thank you very much, Baron. The shocker. Here we go.
The shocker.
So, Yelena, Elias, your shopping trip. Have you decided what you've picked up?
I would like many potions of healing,
Many.
preferably greater.
Yeah, it's like a bag of those.
How many?
Well, I've got nearly 7,000 gold, so many.
Okay. There's going to be a limit to how many they're going to have in stock. So
I would also like to pick up maybe a couple of potions of quickness,
Okay.
because that would save me haste spells.
So 2 potions of quickness and let's say 6 potions of greater healing.
Okay, cool. That works for me. I will now do some maths. Finance.
Okay.
I'm not an accountant or anything.
Elias.
I wasn't shopping. It was Harrison that was going shopping, I think.
Okay. Harrison, shopping?
So after doing the stuff with
Elias was just a daddy cab.
how much? How much did that cost me in terms of coin, or is that? I mean,
I think
Have
you're
we
going to
agreed
be
on amount?
paying this one off for a long time.
okay.
Yeah, you didn't need to pay for the time, but you do need to pay for components.
Yep. So okay.
So it's whatever that works out as. I think it's probably a couple of grand.
Okay.
Half the cost of the item, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So all right. Okay. So I need to work out how much coin I have left. So I might do that off camera.
Don't forget, some of it would have probably been goodwill from the people of Sandpoint and that for saving their butts when the stone giants came in and the dire bears.
Yeah. So I might do that out of game
Mm.
to work out shopping, just to work out how much money I've got, rather than do it now.
Yep.
Did you need some armor, Harrison? I can lend you some money.
I've got that sorted.
You got that sorted.
Ooh.
I'm intrigued.
So that is a no.
Eighth level mage armor.
Ooh.
Sweet.
So that will give you a +2 item bonus to your unarmored AC.
Mm-hmm.
Maximum dexterity cap is +5.
Sweet.
I don't know what your dexterity score is. And you also get a +2 item bonus to saving throws.
Nice.
So, yeah. But I will cast that on you when we get to the final fight. So you're going to have to go with just your normal leather armor. I don't know what you... Was you wearing leather or something else?
Yeah, leather armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it leather armor plus...
It was a +1 originally with invisibility, but because I lost that, it's now just a standard leather.
Okay, so all you've lost is just the +1 off your AC.
Okay.
Okay, so with 8th level mage armor, it will give you exactly what you had on your leather +1. It's going to give you the same bonus as that leather +1, so put your armor class back up to where it was.
Sweet.
But I can only do that when we get to the last bit.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Don't forget.
That's fine. Yeah. So it's just plus an extra AC, but I'll double check again after that.
So, anyone for anything else?
I'm going to craft some scrolls whilst I'm researching with Quink and Zamba.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take full advantage of the Ring of Sustenance just to work through the night and craft some scrolls to give us some extra, to give me some extra flexibility in my spell slots.
Yep. Zamba also assists you, and Professor Quint does the same thing. All sharing in pots of various coffees and teas to get through the night to find out what is there. Everyone, in the morning, you awake to the, as always, beautiful smells of cooking sausages downstairs as you have free room and board in the Rusty Dragon.
Life.
Yeah, you do. You go downstairs to find Amiko busily kind of getting the bar ready for everyone, and a young boy comes in. Excuse me, are you with that blue geezer, that Professor Elias?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you Bulkus?
Tulkus, yes.
Tulkus,
Close
yeah.
enough.
He said to come and get you all. He found something. You ready?
Okay. I'll grab some sausages before leaving, but yeah.
Yeah. He said just come straight away. Grab your gear. We're going.
Okay. Everybody ready?
No, but I don't think I will be.
Well, he says
Gather up all our
he
stuff.
says you better hurry up. He said this is it.
Okay, boy, lead the way.
Let's go then. Bear, grab as many sausages as possible. He whispers into Bear. He whispers into Bear's ear.
If I most of them are already in Tulkus' hands, like.
Yeah.
As Jelena goes past, like, okay then, I won't.
It's a face-off between Bear and Tulkus. Who can get the most sausages?
Yeah. Bear's just trying to shove as many in his mouth as possible.
Okay, so you hurry out of the bar, out of the tavern, and you hurry on down across town into Professor Quint's house. Elias, even with the ring of sustenance, he looks like he's been up all night. They all look pretty tired. You've never seen the bookcase so dishevelled. Bookcases and scrolls and papers and maps, all kinds of gadgets and gizmos all over the various tables. Cups of coffees and teas. Zamba looks like he's passed out on one of the tables, kind of big pool of dribble on the table, and he's just got his kind of soft paws on there. And Professor Quint is busy as usual, arguing with Elias. Yes. Of course I know. This is exactly what we're going to do. Look, and I think I found it. Oh, look, your servants are here, Elias. Would you all like to share this?
Right. Stop a minute. We're not. Wait, no, we're not his servants. We've never been his servants. You need to stop this.
Well,
not everyone is subservient to you.
I think Elias has something he'd like to say against that. I think it's not what he tells me.
I'm fairly certain he doesn't, and you're talking bullshit.
Oh man, maybe. I'm sure you used to be much nicer. Did something happen recently? Where's the little fellow?
Tolkus, please, will you hold my arms?
I say, get on with it, Professor. We are not in the mood for idle chit chat.
Well, no, am I? I mean, look at this. We've been looking for this all evening for trying to find this Zinchalas, and then suddenly it occurred to me, it's not about where it is; it's about where it was. Do you understand now? Do you understand? Yes. There we go.
Yes.
Right, you catch up eventually. Right. So anyway, where it was is not as important as where it's been. Does that make sense now? Yes.
Yes.
There we go. Okay, everyone's on the same page. Right, what we want to do is try to find out where the lost city is now. Do you see? Do you see?
You mean it isn't where it was at one point, it is moved.
Indeed. Exactly, it's moved. So what we need to do is find out where it is now. Many years ago, I don't know, you, dwarf person, you might know this, like 200 years or so ago, there was a band of brothers, you see, and they were called the Vekkers. All right? Yes, with me, Vekkers?
Yes.
Yeah, he's nodding his head. He seems to remember. Yes, okay, well, that seems good. Anyway, these Vekkers, they were miners, you see, and they believed they found the pathway to Zinchalas. Zinchalas is the name of the lost city, okay? You writing this down? Do we need to? I can use pictures or crayons if you wish.
Bear, take a note.
Bear's like,
And Bear's just basically staring, like, totally confused with sausages all hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah, really.
Silent doesn't give a shit. Like, he's not writing anything down.
So what it is? So we know exactly where they are. And you mentioned Mar Massif. Elias was all over the Mar Massif. So anyway, there is a way we can get there. Rather than find the lost city, the Vekker brothers, they believe they found the way, but they were miners, you see. So they must have set up a shelter or something where they could mine from, like a main station. Now, only those dwarves disappeared, but before they did, they set up lots of proposals. They came back with proof of what they found. You see, this ancient Thessalonian stuff. I think it was coins or pottery or some such thing. But anyway, that led everyone to pay them money. They were backers, you see. Now, the brothers and their party, they took this money to set up the station, but of course, they never came back. So everyone now believes you bloody Vekker, you ripped me off, you see. That's what it's called. That's what I'm sure you may have heard of that before. But anyway, that's what it is. Now, here's the thinking. If we cross-reference these locations, it means that we can determine where the station might be. So you see, it's not about finding the city or the lost city. If we can find the station, you can go there. From there, you can start your search for the lost city, you see? It all makes sense now.
Yes.
Makes
exactly. I don't even have to
Yes.
say yes.
And Silik will turn and look at the group like,
Yeah, Elena will do exactly the same thing.
So,
Basically,
all we need to
what
do...
Quint has explained is we're going to take a gamble that the Vekkers were telling the truth.
Oh,
Indeed.
why couldn't he have just said that? It was a lot quicker.
Well, I did. What did you follow me, my dear? I mean, that is exactly what I was saying. Is if we could, do I need to do it? Say it again. What are
Electricity
we
is
doing?
just flickering between her fingers. She's not going to do anything. She's like, I can't be fucked with this.
So that's exactly what we're going to do. Anyway, I think that's the plan. Now we've already worked out a spell to get you all there. Even the big fellow there. I mean, does he normally eat that many sausages?
More.
Meal the bear.
Is he under a curse or something? Did he eat rup? Was that the one? The little scruffy, smelly fella?
Stop.
Just punch him.
Stop, Professor. You are going to get yourself into trouble.
Well, I'm not going to go with you. No. That wouldn't mean
If
such
you
a thing.
keep talking about Rock
However,
like that, you are
Yes,
coming
if
with
you
us.
keep disrespecting Rup's name, you will not be able to use the crayons. I will break your hands.
Well, the crayons aren't for me, you damn ruffian.
They will be.
Look, this is what we're going to do. Is to send you there. So, are you ready? Because if you're, we're going to send you there now. So, this is it. Last call. It's one of those things, you know. At this point, you need if you save your game here, you will not be able to come back to this point. You see, we're on the. This is the final countdown now. This is it. Are we ready?
We got to hit save, yeah?
Yeah, this is it.
Right, Elias, let's do this thing. And he starts to kind of light up some of the candles, and you see some of the bits and pieces going around in the circle. Light and dust seems to fire up on the floor. And once again, it's the sign of the Sahedron in the middle. But this is glowing dust. It's like blue crystals with a green flame. There's no smoke. And it just lights up. So there we go. Well, I guess you kind of all have to stand in a circle, hold hands, and jump in. Well, I wish you the very best of luck. And try and bring back some books for me. You know how much I like books.
We'll bring back something, I'm sure.
Hopefully ourselves.
Yeah, it's for all kind of whoop-ass.
Well, you never know. This Karzog, and he's a mean old chappy. So best of luck. And, well, if you fail, I guess we're all dead.
We do not fail.
Thanks for those stirring words. I'm
Okay,
inspired.
I'm getting better at this jibber jabber.
Okay.
You're not.
He tries
Let's
to kind
go
of like
before he says something else.
tries to go to pat Yelena on the shoulder, and he's like, "Okay,
And
bye
Elaine
bye."
just shrugs like, get off. Don't touch me.
Right, so we're going into the circles holding hands or something?
Yes, it's just stand in a circle, holding hands around the candles, and then just as one, jump in, and you'll appear somewhere on the Mar Massif.
Getting Mary Poppins vibes from this, but okay.
Yeah. I hate this portal travel. And Silik will get up on the back of Bear, like he'll get up on Bear. So like basically you just need to put your hand on Bear because Silik's just he's not liking this.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
3.
We jump in.
Jump in.
Jump in. Silik screams. Ah!
And we'll find out what happens next week. Well done. So just as a reminder to everyone who's watching, this is a session 0. This is a session 0 for the final chapter of Rise of the Runelords. It's been 10 months. We are in, this is it, the final last few episodes where we get to face down Runelord Karzog.
In a death throes.
Cool.
Final countdown.
The final countdown. The final
We'll see
battle.
whether
I keep
our
hearing
planning
this,
was
like-
any good.
Jeff, have you learnt that one yet on the guitar? Can you play it on the last episode? Can you play us
It was
out?
played on the keyboard in the song, so that's going to be a bit hard, but
Yeah.
Just do the guitar version.
Get you a guitar.
I could probably play something like that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe if you come over to Avernus, I'll try to rock it out on my recorder.
There we go.
That's probably possible. That song on the recorder.
Yeah, we need
kazoo.
to portal Jack Toonhammer over.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Harrison will play the triangle or the kazoo.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, that was good, everyone. Right, so plans are in place. Rupp didn't make it. We said our farewells. We've powered up. We know where we're going. We kind of have a vague direction of where we're going. Find the lost city. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, fine. What could possibly go wrong? It's
What
not
could
like it's
possibly
lost
go
or
wrong?
anything. Wait.
Yeah, and I mean, when to kind of wrap us out, it's like we've said our goodbyes to Rupp, but it's interesting, is everybody sort of in? We don't have to say where it goes, but it's like, is everybody in a different, from a character perspective, not personal? So in game, I would say in game, Silik is in the mindset that Rupp is dead. Like, based on what Silik knows about like the situation and just his knowledge of whatever, like his experience, in his mind, Rupp is gone, right? And it's like, I think it's important, like, is the other characters sort of in that same mindset, or are some characters still like hopeful that Rupp is alive?
I think Yelena thinks that Karzlog has him, and she's hoping he's alive and not being tortured. That's what she is.
I'm 100% convinced that he's still alive, and am annoyed at the wallowing self-pity that some of you seem to be displaying in the fact that you think he's dead.
Interesting.
No, Tolkien fears the worst but hopes for the best. So he's got it in the back of his head that maybe he appeared somewhere else, but he's prepared to accept that maybe he's gone, So he's not wallowing. He's just angry. He's a lot more angry than he usually is.
Yeah.
Same with Yelena.
Harrison was silent as always.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Harrison's he has been affected the most probably by this, because he's lost his brother, his family, and now obviously is now companion in Rupp. He hasn't had this much loss, obviously, since losing his parents. So it's quite it's a big thing for Harrison. I think he's turned a corner.
Turned a different corner.
Yeah, because that's good. That's interesting. That's where all the characters are, right? Because I think it's different from a party dynamic perspective. Like, are you fueled by hope or are you fueled by anger? Right?
Anger.
Where does anger take you?
Dark side.
Dark side. Right. So that's interesting.
A rip Rupp. I just thought of that. Rip Rupp.
Rip
Isn't it? Rest in peace, Rupp. Rip Rupp.
Rip Rupp.
I think you thought you were trying to say Rickroll and getting it wrong.
What, we're never going to give him up? Never going to let him down? Too late.
I think we already did.
We already did. He got rickrolled.
Right. We are going to leave it there, everybody. We will be continuing the proper game, the proper story, next week. Join us then for the start of the end.
Dave, just one more thing. You were going to do a giveaway.
We were going to do a giveaway. We were. Let's quit.
Woohoo!
Steve,
the keyword was already in. It's disappeared. So the keyword will be the end is nigh. When I write it in, it's gonna be 2 seconds. So
it's going to take everyone like Rupp. Or Rip
Rupp. Yeah, it should have been Rip Rupp.
So you want me to do Rip Rupp?
Yeah.
Can you do it like for a minute? Can you do it shorter than a minute?
I can press the button when you tell me. So
yeah, but Dave's about to turn into a pumpkin.
We have to
hurry up
seconds for people to be able to enter. So it's in chat now.
There you go. So for a chance to win, what we're going to give away, we're doing a PDF book. I was going to say core rule book, but I think you get your choice. It might be a random. It might be a new book that's coming out soon. Check your Pathfinder release dates. Or it could be a core rulebook. It will all be a PDF because, as we know, the post is shagged at the moment. And Brexit doesn't make it easy either because from other countries to post to the UK, that's why we're doing PDFs at the moment. So, Players, you can also players and Josh, you can also go in for this one as well. We are not limited. I can't go into it, but everyone else can. So all players, you can go for it. Marissa, you can't if you're still there. You've probably got them anyway. You know.
We don't know what our giveaway is, but you're gonna win something. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's a PDF Pathfinder book. There you go. You might get your choice. It might be random. Who knows?
Is it PDF Pathfinder book or PDF Paizo book?
Yes, I'm going to go with that as the answer.
2 questions, 1 answer.
Yeah. It's the same company. They own the same titles. If you ask nicely, maybe they will give you a Starfinder book.
That's right. Don't worry. Just enter. It's going to be great.
Enter. Got to be in it to win it. And
that's right. Got to be in it to win it.
Steve, can we pull yet?
Yep.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, we got. Look, the odds of winning are really good. So you. Everybody type into your chat window !RIP for a chance to win a free PDF book. You got better odds than the lottery. Then again, I did win a tenner last week. So
when was the time before that you won a tenner?
We're talking years. Most of the time it's £2. Well, not even. You get £2.50s or £2.20s, and then you get things like. You've won another lucky dip draw.
Yeah, I hate that.
Like, just give me the cash. I feel better.
You just make me think I haven't checked any of my tickets this week.
See, you could be a millionaire.
I doubt it. I only ever enter the £500,000 one because the odds are better.
You know, Dave, I just noticed how you did the overlay. That's so cool. How you have bear like kind of sticking out.
Oh, you should see.
That's creative.
You missed You missed the. Watch it. Go back into Twitch when we finished, and just watch the pre-roll, and you'll see what we've done with it. We've done a car shot like we've done for Avernus.
Oh, cool.
And if you look really closely, you can see Rup. If you look really closely, it's there.
Right, push a button.
Yeah. Push the button, pull the lever, one-arm bandit. The winner is...
Sean.
Hey!
Sean 2W, well done.
Nice.
And just in time as well. So hopefully, Sean, try and get a PDF copy of the core rulebook. And because we got some more games. Once we finish Runelords, there's even more games coming.
So get the core rule book and make sure you study what all the character classes are like. And then if you could just develop art around that for us, that'd be great.
That's great. Just redo every piece of artwork in here.
It's not that big.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. And then if you could string all that together in like a live action animation, all the better.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
It's just 638 pages, Sean.
Yeah.
All right. So have fun with that. On PDF, it's not as heavy, but it is. It's
depends on
just
how
as
heavy
long.
your PC is, really, doesn't it?
Yeah. But there is some great artwork in there. It's actually not a bad idea, Sean. You could take a look at a lot of that, and kind of add that into your style. All the bits and pieces that they have. It's fantastic. Pathfinder, some of the best artwork.
Yeah, it is. We need like an animated intro where we're all like busting out of a forest side off a cliff, like with all of our weapons.
Actually,
kind of like the scene from what is it? The Avengers 2, where they're strike, and then there's like that slow mo, and that winter scene where they're all like, that's what we need.
So Sean let me into a secret of some of the stuff he's working on, but I can't tell you because of NDAs and all that jazz. But Sean's working on some really, really cool stuff at the moment. So
awesome.
well done, Sean. Keep doing it.
Nice one, Sean.
Yes, I agree with you, Chav. I don't like it either. I'm a designer for my day job, so I hate it when people go, "Well, can you just make it that one?" Just fuck off, you.
Could you not have said that at the start when I could have built it in?
Exactly. Right. So well done, Sean. Everybody, we are going to pick this up next week where we start the final chapter, Chapter 6, Rise of the Runelords. This big beast, we've been playing it for 10 months. This story will end in June.
I was going to say it's going to end in tears.
Yeah, well, it definitely ended
that as
in
well.
tears.
We're already out tears. Some of us already shed tears.
Who knows what could happen in the next half hour? So let's see what will happen. Right. So now, everybody, thank you for watching. Check us out on YouTube. Hit the bell, subscribe. Support us on Patreon if you can. I think we've even got like a pound option there now. Everything we do is making new content. Loads of stuff going on. Just check out the schedule. Loads of streams. Loads of different things going on. It's all live. Loads of prizes. Yeah, all good. Right. See you later, everybody. Bye.
See you again. Bye.